I run late mail for Sapphire Coast, 27th of October. Our first runner comes up in race number 1, Flying Cafe. She's had 4 runs for our stable now. Pretty handy first up where she ran second in a strong maiden at Nowra. She was a bit disappointing the next start where she over-raced really bad. Then the next 2 starts, we've sort of worked on that over-racing and she drawn badly, so she went back and finished off the races really well, both of them, running 4th. Last start at Nowra, she stepped up to the 1400 metres on a wet track and got a long way back. She was last on the corner and she ran 4th, so it was a good run. The 1600 metres looks like it's really going to suit her. She loves a wet track, so the heavier the better for her. She's got barrier 1, Robin's ridden her in 3 of the starts, so she knows her well. The odds-on favourites, the 8. I thought, looking at the fields, I thought they'd be very close, probably $2 and $3 favourites, but Flying Cafe is $7, so she looks like great value. She was $11 or $13 for a couple of seconds, but that got smashed straight away and someone got that price and she comes straight into $6 or $7. So she looks good. She's working well. She'll get every opportunity from barrier 1 because that's where you want to be at Sapphire, especially when it's wet. We think she's a really good winning chance and she should go really close. So she's definitely worth some money each way. Our next runner is in the same race, Jahira. She's had a lot of chances, but she's looking well and working well. And she ran a good race last time. She actually ran against Flying Cafe at Nowra and Jahira ran 3rd. She sat a bit close to Jess Taylor rode her that day. Jess has only rode her a couple of times for a 3rd and a 4th, so she gets on with her really well, and she actually got her to sit the closest she's ever sat near the front of the field. So she's got barrier 4. The heavy track's probably not her preferred surface, but she gets through it fine and she has placed on it a couple of times now, so she still will run well on the heavy track. We'll try and be as forward as we possibly can be. Jess will try and get her up in that sort of first 4 or 5 horses, and she'll run out a really strong 1600 metres. She's looking forward to the stepping up in distance. She's been around that sort of 1500 metres, steps up to the mile tomorrow, which would really suit her. She's got one of they're all on 57 kilos, so she's got no weight, and she should be in a good each way chance as well at $10. Our next runner comes up in race number 4, Constantinu. She's only had a couple of starts for our stable. She had a 3rd in a really strong maiden at Maruya, where she got taken on the whole way and just got tied that last little bit and the swoopers beat her. And then the next start, she ran at Sapphire and was pretty impressive, breaking a maiden. She's had a break since then. She's come back. She had a jump out the other day. She was really impressive in that. One of the fastest times of the morning. She's got barrier 8, which would be a bit tricky. Sean's on her. He's ridden her before in her first start. She handles the heavy tracks. Her first start for us was on an extremely heavy track at Maria, so that's not a worry. She's a really quick horse, so she should be able to jump to the lead or sit outside the leader. And that's how she won last time, was outside the leader. It's not an overly strong field. She's the highest rated horse, so she's got a lot of weight in it. Being first up on a heavy 10 track and 59 kilos, it's just going to be a bit of a worry that last little bit, but we think she should go really close to winning, and she's probably our best chance for the day. Black Hill Kitty, unfortunately, we'll have to scratch her because it's a heavy 10 and she just doesn't like those conditions, but she'll wait for next week at Goulburn. We'll take her to the Tab 2 meeting there. There's a Class 1 1,000, so she'll race there next week and she should run well if the track's in good condition. There are our 3 runners racing tomorrow. Constantinu is probably our best, but I think Flying Cafe should go really close, and she looks exceptional value at $7 at the moment. Best of luck, guys. Catch you later.